All right, everyone, welcome back to New York Comic Con. Our coverage, of course, continues. It's been an awesome day, and you know what? I couldn't think of a better way for us to close out our Saturday here at New York Comic Con than interviewing this man, director, producer, screenwriter, editor, actor, the one and only Robert Rodriguez. How are you doing, my friend?
Excellent. How are you doing?
It's just a blast to have you here. I actually had the From Dusk Till Dawn cast here earlier. I had a chance to interview them. Such nice people.
Great people.
They actually spoke really highly of you, by the way. They said you invite them over to their house. You guys hang out all the time, or you invite
cook 'em pizzas.
cook 'em pizzas. Yeah. So I actually
Big family environment.
talking about From Dusk Till Dawn. That show has garnered quite a reaction. People really seem to dig it. I guess for you took your movie and you turned it to a TV show. Not something you see happen a lot. You kind of rewrote the script and you took it from a different angle, parallel universe, so to speak. Why did you decide to do that?
I saw people, when I make my own movies, I tend to make series out of the films. I never did television, but when I made the mariachi character, I wanted to see more of them. So I did Desperado, Once Upon a Time in Mexico, The Spy Kids, there's 4 of those. Machete keeps going.
Oh, yeah.
So when I was looking to do a series, I thought the movie that people would always come after me and Quentin to say how much they loved since '96 on was Dusk Till Dawn.
Okay.
Big fans of that movie, and it's a short film, so it's the characters. Quentin writes the best characters in the world, and you would imagine other stories with these characters and other lives outside of the frame of the film. So I thought that's one in particular. I think we could redo the film in a way where you don't kill everybody in the first 90 minutes, so that you could have a whole series. Because Quentin's characters have never been on TV. Oddly enough, even though he creates the best characters, and TV is all about character.
Very
so
true.
Why not have him with that great dialogue and with that great attitude, and have those characters live a longer life? So that's why I took that one, and I did a test, and I said I'm gonna do the first season, just remake the film in a way that goes into different areas, so we can set up the stage for more seasons. And I took the first opening scene in the liquor store, and I stretched it into an hour. Quentin's characters are that good that you can make an hour out of 5 minutes.
Yeah, no, it truly is incredible.
And that kind of set the stage for how we were going to do that season. Now we're in season 2. All bets are off. All the characters are on new trajectories, and it's really fun. It's a fun show, and because there were Quentin characters, we were able to secure an amazing cast. Don Johnson came on. DJ Catrona shouldn't be. TV's he's a movie star, but he came and did it. We got just film caliber actors on the TV series because of the parts. They knew that they don't get to play great characters like that.
Yeah.
Quentin's character is the best.
Yeah, actually, one thing that did catch my attention is, this show based off of the movie having, the iconic characters, the Gecko brothers and all that stuff. Of course, talking about George Clooney's character, I actually ended up asking DJ about it. And, he was like, oh, you're going to ask me about stepping in shoes. I was like, no, I actually want to know how you're going to take that. You took the character in a completely different direction. And he had a lot to say about that, and part of that was because of the freedom that you had provided him and the rest of the cast to be able to explore that, which I think is fantastic. And it really speaks to you, as a director, as a writer, as a producer, all these different things. You give them that kind of a framework to work with.
You have to, because that's how the film was made. I mean, when the film came, George Clooney would come up to me with some very specific ideas that he'd want to try. He'd go, I was thinking about, maybe what if I had a little tattoo peeking out here? And I went, sure.
Make it happen.
Later on, the movie's almost over, and he goes, I know how I'm going to pay off the tattoo. I'm going to take off my shirt at one point, and I'm going to have a tattoo all the way down my arm. I went, great. Things like that pay off when you don't second guess everybody. Yeah. So that movie became a classic because I didn't go second guess everybody. Yeah. So when I do the series, they come to me with ideas. You have to empower them to follow those ideas because they're on the train of that character. That's why I do it that way. It's really because I've seen my best success by listening to the other people that I'm creatively involved with, and don't go just try and exhibit my own control. Because what do I know? I'm just there to capture it, and be a good audience. And an audience member, I want to see them inspired. I don't want them to be like, okay, what do I say next, Robert? I want them to go, I think the character should do this, and then you're going to get something exciting.
That's awesome. And final bit, I'm a huge wrestling fan.
Lucha Underground.
And I got to bring up Lucha Underground Season 2. Big
Love
potential there. I'm really pumped for it. You're a producer on that show, and you talked about characters, and I actually think that Lucha Underground has by far the best characters. Like you actually are looking to make a legitimate story out of these guys. Even the ending of Lucha Underground season 1, it was like closing out arcs, and you don't see that in
I
wrestling.
love that people were talking about that because we thought we can just have the wrestling and people will show up just for that. But let's bring something different. Let's bring storytelling, what we know,
Yeah.
and bring that to the sports world. Let's bring the storytelling. So I brought one of my writers from Dusk Till Dawn, who we'd already been talking about. He was a big Lucha fan. And we talked about let's get some of this mythology we have going on in Dusk and let's put it into that. So it was really great to have this audience respond to it. That's why we're coming back season 2. Give you everything you want. The acrobatics are amazing, but also the storytelling.
I'm so excited. Well, Robert, thank you so much for your time, brother.
you,
Really
Senor.
appreciate it.